All right, today I want to talk to you about a new product. This is for the Ranger single overhead cam models, not the XP. There is a big difference between clutch and the vehicle between them. So make sure that you know you have a single overhead cam. So the issue is the secondary clutch that I'm holding here comes from Polaris, is that there's this bushing can work its way out of the back. Interestingly enough, the same thing happened in 18 through 20 model XP Rangers, and in 21 they fixed it, and now they have like a lip, if you will, to keep the bushing coming out. Why in the world that they have not changed that in these models, I couldn't possibly tell you that. This is a 24 model. This is my personal unit I use on a farm, and so I wanted to try to do something about it before it became a problem. Second thing is we made like a bushing retaining cup for the 18 through 20, and we tried to do it on here, but it's just made differently, and we were unsuccessful with it. So, as an alternative, we have a complete secondary clutch and a Hunterworks 92G belt. All right, there's a trade-off for this. The trade-off is that you're going to lose a little top speed, about 5 to 7 miles an hour. I just went and ran ours. Mine used to go 56, 57 on a downhill, and I'm 52, 53. But it really likes staying 50, 51 and under. So if you're okay with that part, continue on. All right, so then why is that? Because this particular secondary, for lack of a better term, is like a standard dimension Polaris secondary used on a lot of vehicles. And the people that we get it from, we buy all our secondary clutches from, had Team Industries make this clutch with a center shaft that would allow it to fit over the Ranger 1000 single overhead cam to fit on here, but it's approximately 1/2 inch in diameter smaller, thus the change in speed. But it just cost entirely too much to get a complete from scratch secondary, and this really just isn't a problem for me. I never exceed 50 miles an hour. So nonetheless, if you were to look around on our website for a lot of the 15 Razors and 900s and Ranger 900, you would see essentially exactly the same secondary. The only difference is that center shaft is different on all these models, so that it slides on whatever transmission shaft you're putting on, different spring, different heat. Clutch is the same. So what we're offering you is a complete secondary clutch, and when we get it, we open it up and put Hunterworks heavy duty outside secondary rollers in it, because ones that come in are on a flat spot, we want it better. So it'll come to you as a complete slide-on unit. The factory belt will not work on it as a different dimension, and you have to use a different belt. We chose our 92G, which is our belt we use on 900 Rangers, 900 Razors, 17 1000 Rangers. It is one layer thinner than our standard belt, and it is thicker than some of the 900 stuff. And it turned out to where it works really good. Engagement RPM is approximately the same. Shift RPM, as you're shifting up through to get to 50, is a little higher, and then RPM on the top end is a little higher. All of that has to do with the dimension of the secondary clutch. You go, why would I want to give any of that up or change any of that? What's your alternative? Your alternative is to buy another OE clutch for a very expensive price that the bushing is just going to come out again. I'm pretty picky about my vehicle. This is staying in mine. I don't want the bushing to come out. So check it out on the website. We'll put a link below. One little small note about this before we shut this video down is that I'm not going to make an install video, because we already have videos on how to take Ranger, which is our XP Ranger primary clutch off. It is exactly the same, so you can watch that on how to remove this primary if you need to remove it. Secondary is exactly like the Ranger XP 1000, and going back on is just like any other Ranger 900s or Razor 900. So I just don't have the time, unfortunately, to make a complete install video when we already have them that you can watch, and we'll link them in the product and to get you extremely close. Again, questions about it, Todd@hunterworks.com.